Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Majin Starcraft, the second for today. Actually part 2 of today's episode, and it's the rematch between aTnSocke and evil genius EGDeMusliM, and we're on Xel'Naga Caverns. Now, while these guys get on their way with their builds, because I really doubt that they're gonna try any kind of early pressure, let's talk about what happened last game a little bit. Now, what happened last game is something that happens, as previously stated, a lot. Muslim applied early pressure to Socke and denied Socke expansions. By denying Socke expansions, Muslim could easily throw away all those units, could throw away lots of Marines, lots of Marauders, without any kind of concern for resources, because he still had 2 more bases that he could take, and he was mining off the high yield, while Socke was slowly being mined out. And eventually that's what happened. Socke realized that he did not have enough minerals to come back, did not have enough minerals to reinforce his army and lay down a base, so he called the GG. Now in this rematch, I guess that we're gonna see something a little bit different, especially because now the natural is in much more of a risky position than on Metalopolis. In Metalopolis it's fairly easy to defend, especially early game, but here the expansion, the natural, can be attacked by 1 direction, 2 directions, or better yet, the third direction, running in here through the brush and taking out the entire mineral line with some kind of really early harassment, such as Hellions, early harassment such as Hellions and something like that. Now we have the same starting strategy for both players. For now, well, of course they're getting Gateway and Barracks. What else are they gonna get? Income is fairly similar. Muslim is slightly ahead. If we look at Socke is slightly ahead, I'm sorry, because of the harvester count. However, once the mule kicks in, that won't be the case. Muslim is actually running in here and gonna see everything. Now, it is my opinion that probably Muslim will go the exact same build. Well, not necessarily the exact same build, but will try to, again, apply early pressure with Marine Marauders. Tech Lab is probably a good hint of that happening. Socke, what does Socke have to do? Socke last game tried to combat the Marine Marauder with Templars. Now, as previously stated, Templars are iffy. You can do a lot of damage if you hit those storms. However, stimmed up Marines and Marauders can dodge the storms easily. Colossi are a much better and much more efficient choice, in my opinion, to take out a Marine Marauder army. The damage is certain, there's no way to run, they always hit, I mean they're lasers, they're instant hit. Now of course the problem is, the Marine Marauder play is also a great counter to Colossus. Why? Because eventually in Marine Marauders, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get a starport with reactor. What can a starport with reactor build? Oh, Vikings. So it can build medevacs and Vikings. And with Vikings on the map, the Colossus are gonna fall pretty easily. Of course, the counter to this is a few sentries, ignoring your lots completely, getting out a lot of stalkers for the defensive. If you can keep the Colossus up with the stalkers taking out Vikings, then you're pretty certain that your Colossus will, your Colossi will plow through any type of ground units, any kind of bio build that the Terran has. So it all comes down to who better controls the army in that situation. But we'll see if this time, yeah, so Socke is, as I said, probably gonna go for something else. We see a robotics facility, and here we have an attack using a force field to separate the army. The SCV dying. This Marauder's in here. Now this Marauder's actually not doing that good of a deal. It's trying to run away and trying to kill the Stalker. Not gonna happen. It would have been a little bit better to try and take out the Zealot first and then the Stalker, because would have had this Marauder who was stuck on the down ramp help with the shots. But hey. So now Socke actually going for a robotics facility, bringing out an Immortal to take out to counter the little Marauder problem. Only 2 gates. Meanwhile, Muslim, as you can see, going racks. The Tech Lab is not here for, well, it's here for Marauders and for upgrades. No reactors, so pumping only out of racks. A expansion for Muslim. That means that the income will clearly benefit Muslim. So it's gonna come really close. We're probably gonna see Colossus. It's all gonna depend on a robotics facility. We will see it later, will we not? Last game we didn't even have a robotics facility, so we'll see if Soggy decides to actually commit to Colossi, or go again with Templars. Templars are good against Marine Marauder because they have Storm and Feedback, and when they run out of energy, they get to go Archon. And once you're Archon, you can do a lot of damage to air units. You can use your AOE. And here we go. We're gonna have another encounter. The Observer is here. However, this is a very small army for Saki. SCV Rage, SCV Rage. SCV is coming in here, taking out the Immortal, ganging up on the Sentry. The Stalker is dead. Zealots are still doing a lot of damage, and now the Sentry is dead. Guardian Shield is down, and the Zealots are just gonna get surrounded. So very nice use of units by Muslim right there, taking out the Immortal first with the Marines and then the SCVs, and making sure that the Immortal does not have the opportunity to counter Marauders or even get a couple of shots off on the Orbital Command. So now this Immortal is actually going to get taken out by the Marine, the second Immortal down. These two Stalkers probably going to die, probably. No, actually taking out all those Marines. They're still... Oh, and now one Stalker falls, and now it's one Stalker versus two Marines. Very nice micro from Muslim. Very nice micro. Did you see that? Did you honestly see the Marines? They lobbed off a shot and it started moving, and the animation of shooting was still happening. So they were actually technically shooting in the air. I would rewind back for you guys, but that would actually mean revealing the timer, and I'm not gonna do that. So very nice, Robotics Bay, Colossus. So Saki is going to counter the Marine Marauder ball with Colossus this time. No longer going for the Templars. Templars are good, but as I said, you can miss the Storms, and then you're in trouble. Because hey, while you're morphing in those Archons, a lot of Marauders, Marines can actually plow through the shields in time. So Colossus on the way, Starport on the way. So the Starport is probably gonna switch up with the factory right here to get the reactor. And again, it's gonna come down to a very strange position where Sake needs his Stalkers to defend the Colossus against the Vikings, and there's a Marine dying. Oh, and this is very important because the Marine just spotted the Colossus. That is huge. That is huge. Right now, Muslim did not know that there was a Colossus on the way, so he was not gonna probably produce Vikings off the bat. But now, it's pretty certain that Vikings off the bat is gonna be exactly the choice. Let's see. Vikings. Will we see Vikings? Come on, they don't cost. Yes, Vikings. So one Viking on the way. And here comes another push from Saki. Ooh, splitting his army, not necessarily the best choice. Coming in here, however, scaring Muslim, because Muslim does not know that the army split, but this Marine will see it. So now Saki is in a position to apply pressure because of that Colossus. Vikings are almost up. So as I said, right now, forgetting the lots in your army would be a really good idea. Sentries for Guardian Shields, good. A lot of Stalkers to deal with deal very fast with the problem of Vikings, very good. And the Colossus can easily take out the Marine Marauder ball. Especially if you have two. And Saki does have two. So these Colossus are gonna easily plow through the army. And here we go. Here's the combat. And trying to take out the shields. There's a scan to see the Observer. Did the Observer die? I have no clue. Did the Observer die? We can look at the units tab. Yes, the Observer is dead. There's no longer an Observer on the field. Saki deciding to back out of there, wanting nothing to do with this army, not necessarily the best of choices. So let's see the production tab. The production tab right now says that we have extended thermal lance almost done, ground weapons level 1, and Twilight Council. Now Twilight Council is good for necessarily getting Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers and Colossi would be great because the Stalkers can simply blink on top of the Vikings and take them out really fast, and assure that the Colossus stay up. And if the Colossus are up, the Bio army is not gonna be an issue. Especially if microed correctly, just not gonna be an issue. But now I see something else. A Templar Archive. Why would you get a Templar Archive? Because getting a Templar Archive means automatically, yes, you're going for Templar. High Templar, Calderian Amulet, the works. Archon, Storms, Feedback, whatever. The problem is, Sake has invested a lot of resources, gas and mineral, into getting Colossus and into getting extended thermal lance. Automatically going another tech tree to counter the same build means a lot of resources are wasted on the build. On getting the Templar archives, on getting the upgrades, on getting the units, and you're gonna find your army with Colossus and with Templar. Microed correctly, that could be a dangerous combination. Because you can forget the storms, screw the storms, however, storm is on the way. Screw the storms and use feedback on the medevacs. Automatically take out the healing ability of the Terran. Once that happens, the bio army will go down even faster. And allow the Colossus to do a lot of damage. However, if we look at this army, we see a lot of Zealots and only 3 Stalkers. Units tab says 4 Stalkers on the map. How many Vikings? 13 Vikings. 3 Stalkers are not gonna destroy 13 Vikings in time. The Colossus are in danger, and here comes the encounter. 1 Colossus, boom, dead. And storms, a lot of storms. Using storms, actually doing a lot of damage to the Vikings, and the Vikings are almost dead. A lot of Stalkers coming in here from behind. 2 Colossus dead. This 1 Colossus is very close to dying. 7 kills. Oh, very nice indeed. Using force fields to actually delay the army of Muslim, and now Muslim is running in there. 1 HP on that medevac, 1 HP on that medevac, and actually managing to drop everything. That medevac is dead, but now this army will die. 3 Stalkers here. These Stalkers will not last because the medevac is dead, but there are 3 Marauders here, and now everything is dead. And in that encounter, Sake won, but at what cost? He lost 2 Colossus because his army was composed of too many lots. Too many Zealots. In my opinion, I mean, Zealots are good, but they're the Protoss equivalent of Zerglings, and here comes another encounter, trying to take out the expansion, taking out actually the assimilator. Sake chasing the army. Now Muslim is gonna run in here, gonna run into a corner. However, he can pick up the army with the medevac, picking up half the army. The rest of the army is going to die. No! Whoa! Sake backing out of there. Sake backing out of there, so this army is right into a position of doing some damage. 1 Colossus on defense, and this poor Colossus may have 10 kills, but he is very low health. Taking out another kill, and another 12 kills for the Colossus, and now, oh my god, stimming in here, gonna take out the Colossus. Oh, the hero Colossus dying there. So now Sake is forced to pull all his units and try and defend against this, and Muslim is just running away. If we look at the units lost tab, Sake is ahead, but Muslim is applying great pressure. The difference is just as last game. Muslim actually applying great pressure. I didn't even notice. Using the Vikings hell. Now that the Colossus are dead, let's land these bitches and do some damage. So the the Vikings have landed and done a little bit of damage, maybe a little probe kill, and now lifting up and running away. Gonna stand right here and probably order a nice batch of nuke noodles. Meanwhile, another bit of fighting here, because as you can see, Muslim is applying pressure, continuously applying pressure, forcing Sake to chase small bits of armies across the map. How many racks does he have? He has right here 6 racks, 7, 8, 9 racks, so 9 barracks, pumping out units, still applying pressure, chasing down the medevacs. This medevac is full, this lonely Marauder is stuck there, warping in a couple of Stalkers and a Zealot. Zealot again not the best in this type of situation, because the Marauders will slow them and the charge is worthless. Now these units, oh, storm on top of the units, all the units dying. So there's only 1 lonely Marauder here, and the Marauder gonna get taken out. There's 1 medevac here, so that's it. There's only 1 more Viking here because these Stalkers probably managed to get a kill, and here comes another advancing force, 1 medevac and a full medevac for attacking for Muslim, and here is another advancing force, and here is another advancing force. So Muslim on a 2-prone attack right here, gonna attack this expansion and gonna use this vision to take out the mineral line. Meanwhile, dropping inside the main, gonna try and do some tech building and some tech harassment, taking out some kind of units. Oh, very nice, warping in a Templar. Storm. However, heals and Storm was dodged, so Storm was not very effective, and now gonna do a lot of damage. Probably gonna take out a pylon to try and supply block Sake. Oh, this is a lot of action. Meanwhile, this army was actually stopped in its tracks, and this army is just waiting for the push, and here comes the push. This army is still fighting. There is a Colossus here who was just warped in and has finally dealt with this problem. However, now this expansion is in trouble. Continuously applying pressure Muslim. Muslim is doing great. forcing Saki to use all his units running across the map and to split his army. A split Protoss army is not as effective as a split Terran army. A split Terran army is cheap to make. Can do a lot of damage with stim, and cheap to remake. The Protoss right now, splitting up his army, will automatically have only Stalkers in one place, only Templars in one place, only Colossus in one place, and each army will be vulnerable to the Marine Marauder Ball because it is such a great and powerful play. It is not unstoppable. It can be stopped. However, now Muslim is still applying pressure and doing unit loss. He is still behind in the unit loss tab, but doing great damage. Still using his army, still massing up great macro, I mean. Getting Terran weapons level 3. So these guys, these Marine Marauders are great. I'm gonna take out everything. And here is another drop inside the main. There's only a Colossus and 2 Stalkers here. The Colossus is dead, and now 2 Stalkers on the defensive are not gonna be enough. This Stalker falls, so this army is under no control for Saki. Saki cannot fight this. One Warp Gate is empowered. Gonna try and take out the Templar Archives to stop the production of High Templar. And yes, Templar Archive is down. No more High Templar. Only the last High Templar getting summoned here, using feedback on the medevac. And now the High Templar is just running in here probably to soak up some damage. But this is not possible. This Marauder keeps getting healed. 2 Stalkers aren't enough. The Colossus is just standing here. Gonna finally take out the army. But here comes another big push. And this time a lot of medevacs here for support. So Muslim is just gonna do a lot of damage right here. Taking out the Photon Cannons. Taking out the Warp-In Stalkers. Gonna take out this Pylon. Gonna probably take out the Nexus. Here comes the Colossus. Extended Thermal Lance is really long, isn't it? So gonna take out the expansion. Yes, Nexus falls. Storm and feedback. So medevac's actually being a little bit removed from combat there. Now chasing with Templars that have no energy. And an Immortal and a couple of Zealots. This army does not have stim. Medevac's still running. There's the extended thermal lance doing a lot of damage. There's no longer an attack for Saki, but for Muslim. However, Muslim is already securing his another expansion. Economy-wise, Muslim is ahead 2,000 over 1,000. 1,000, double the income in minerals. Same amount of gas coming in, but double the income in minerals. If we look at the army size, Muslim is constantly have over 150. Poor Saki is stuck on 119. Income is 62 harvesters, 83 for Muslim. And here comes another drop. Trying to resecure the high yield is Saki. Another drop, only a little drop, but a drop nonetheless, which will take out a couple of harvesters. One probe, and here's a Stalker. I'm sorry, Storm on the Zealot and the Marine. And the Marine's gonna survive. No, the Marine dies. But this Marauder will survive because there's 2 medevacs here on the heel. It's very nice indeed. Another drop inside the main. There is one lonely probe here and gonna spot the planetary fortress and gonna get blown to bits by its cannons. Coming in here, finally taking out the assault in the base. This lonely Marauder is still here. The probe blew up. Saki is actually trying to secure this expansion. However, Muslim actually has another command center and he's probably gonna fly it. Yes, he's actually gonna try and secure the last expansion. Economy-wise, Muslim is way ahead at this point. He will probably bring out a couple of more mules and just secure his expansion. Another big force right here to take out this Nexus. And once this high yield falls, if we look at the units lost tab right now, Saki is ahead by 2,000. He regained ground and now he's actually inflicting a lot of damage. Storm on the army, and then the entire army running through that storm. So all the army was softened up. However, this Marauder is still alive, doing damage. Oh, this is not good, Who will win? This army is still attacking the mineral line. The Colossus is here and just doing as much damage. And finally, poor Marauder has fallen. That hero Marauder. Now, while this army is here, what does Muslim do? Oh yeah, come in here and with some more damage, making sure that this high yield is not secure. So he is now mining off of 1 base. The high yield is mined out 2 base. He's on 2 base while Muslim is only on a very, very low expansion. This base is not mining at all. His main is mined out. His natural is overly saturated, and that's it. As Saki calls the GG, so Muslim wins the rematch, solidifying his position as the victor in this match, outplaying and outmaneuvering Saki. So all I have to say is congratulations to Muslim for actually making it to Korea and joining Evil Geniuses. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, right, now, one last thing. In a couple of hours, Dead Space Episode 7 will be up. Watch that too. I cry my ass off. Well, I'm gonna record it right after this, so we'll see if I actually cry my ass off. See you guys next time.